Hey everybody, welcome back to what will eventually be part 4 of Batman Arkham Asylum. This is the fourth part in our Arkham Asylum series, as well as another step in our journey to catching you all up to speed for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, if you are kind enough to choose to watch my channel. The last time we left off, we found our way around Harley Quinn and her electrified gate into the medical facility, and we rescued three medical staff. And then Penelope Young decided she and Aaron Cash are going to the Arkham Mansion to find her research on something called Titan and whomever Patient X is, because Joker cannot get his hands on whatever this mysterious research is. We then continued our trail of Gordon, only to run into Jonathan Crane, otherwise known as the Scarecrow, in one of the coolest bits in this series, and with one of my favorite villains. So anyway, let's continue. But right before we do that, I just wanted to say I failed to bring up something very important in the last episode. This relates to what is currently going on in the real world at the time of this upload, so if you're watching this years from now, then hopefully this is not still going on. But I just wanted to say, both as an individual and as an aspiring actor hoping to who's done some stage plays and hoping to make his way onto films eventually, I wanted to publicly state that I support the WGA strike that is going on right now, or the Writers Guild Association, because writers don't get paid enough for what they do for films and TV. And it's absolutely cruel, the wages they are getting paid. It's demoralizing and horrible and disgusting on every level. Pay writers fair wages. They're the reason why we have such great stories, not just in films and TV, but in books and games and songs and everything else. Pay them their money. That you have more than enough. Do it. Also, they're human beings just like everyone else, and times for them are not easier than they are for anyone else at the time of this recording. So please just make a fair deal and support writers, please. I just wanted to make that publicly clear. Also, it's somewhat personal because a family member of mine, they are also a writer. They haven't written screenplays. I'd love to see them do so because they write beautiful articles and things, but they don't get paid enough either. Their wages used to be good, and now they're not. They're absolutely horrible. So this is a problem for writers everywhere. Please pay writers fair wages. Also, while we're at it, in reference to horrible world events going on right now, say gay, ban assault weapons, support trans people, and just give equal rights to everyone, please. It's the only right thing to do. And also, if you do support the WGA, which I completely support, I just said I'm on their side, please be kind. This is a personal thing, but there are some protesters not being that kind to people, and mocking whilst trying to support the WGA. They're mocking others. Please don't do that. If you know, you know. Anyway, let's get going. Let's follow these green riddle trails. Or not riddle trails, my bad, Joker trails. Someone came in here and spray painted these Joker arrows first to follow.
Crane's gas must have affected me more than I thought.
Good! If you remember, we thought Jim Gordon died. He didn't. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this. And surprise these guys trying to break through. The soundtrack, dude, throughout these games by Nick Arundel, I believe is his name, is fantastic. Is so good. Are you gonna follow me? Come on, dude. The soundtrack by Nick Arundel is fantastic. It's so good. It's beautiful, and it's haunting and vivid and imaginative, and it fits these scenes so well. Let's get after Joker and Harley again, and keep going. Anyway, our encounter with Scarecrow was very cool, and it's not the last we'll see of him in this game. We, if you didn't remember, ran into these high security henchmen who are a new mechanic where we have to stun them to not be hit by their knives. So Joker's goal is to drive bats nuts throughout the night with these events. Let's not let it work. Let's keep fighting to have our sanity. Anyway, I wanted to bring up the fact that this is loosely based. These doors are locked as of now, I believe. I wanted to bring up the fact that Rocksteady, cool backstory. I don't remember if I've already told this in this series. If I have, please forgive me, but I'll run through it quickly. I'll run through it very fast. If you didn't know, the reason Arkham Asylum exists as a game is because in 2008, when there was the Nolan trilogy releasing, obviously, for the Christian Bale Batman films, they were about to release The Dark Knight. There was a movie tie-in game that was being planned by EA and Pandemic Studios, I believe, that was based on The Dark Knight. That would have been this somewhat open world kind of Dark Knight game where you play through the events of the film and some extra stuff, I think. I might be wrong on that, but anyway, it didn't work out for two main reasons. The first being they were not really having a finished product. It was very close to being released, and it was a mess, to my understanding. And the second reason, the bigger reason, being that Gary Oldman, who plays Jim Gordon in that trilogy, went to the studio to see the game, found out about it, accidentally revealed it in an interview when it was not supposed to be revealed. It put pressure on the studio. So eventually they ended up canceling it, took the property to Rocksteady, who had only made Urban Chaos Riot Control, and this is their very next game. It's fantastic. It's loosely based, the reason I'm bringing this up. Gordon?
So here's the deal. If you can find a way to get to Harley without anyone realizing, I'll give you your next present. Fail, and the old Carter dies. Hell, I may even give you Harley. It looks like you could use a new sidekick.
Uh-oh. The new sidekick, by the way, is a reference to Jason Todd, the second Robin, I believe. The first was Dick Grayson, then Jason Todd was the second. Joker kidnapped him and killed him, beat him to death, near death with a crowbar, and then blew him up. So that's a reference that Jason does exist in the Arkham universe. Let's pick this up. This is a Riddler map, which I hope it proves useful, blah 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 blah. We had to do that to get the Riddler completion because we don't need this, but it shows these little helps, riddle helps. Anyway, back to my story. After we scan this, is this bear the bane of his existence?
Another one of the easy ones. Don't feel too proud, Batman.
Reveals Bane. Let's get this stealth encounter done. If we get seen, Gordon dies. Can't get seen at all this time. Back to my story. Rocksteady loosely took inspiration from a fantastic comic with such psychedelic and horrifying, well, quote, horrifying art, called Batman Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth. And it is an examination into the abuse these patients and the super criminals go through. Joker calls Batman to the asylum and basically tells him, we're gonna chase you, you run from us, we catch you, and you die. Silent take down this guy. We cannot go further or we'll get seen, so we have to go through here. In that comic, things happen. Fun fact, the three main actors we hear throughout the game, Kevin Conroy as Batman, Mark Hamill as Joker, and Arlene Sorkin as Harley Quinn, are all from the animated series to give this game a both more palpable feeling of being an actual game, because no one trusted superhero games other than Spider-Man 2 at the time of this release, and also to make it feel like the animated series grown up, which it does. This feels like a continuation of Batman the Animated Series. It's kind of fun headcanon to imagine it is if you want, but it's not. It just feels like it is. Our next takedown, I believe. I don't want to have to do this, but let's do it. We have to wait for this guy to look away. Then we can do this. In Batman Arkham Asylum, a Serious House on Serious Earth, things happen. Joker calls Batman to the asylum, tricks him into thinking he stabbed a doctor's eye and murdered her. He hasn't. Oh no! My bad.
Say goodnight, Commissioner.
Do your worst.
No!
Easy. Played you like a violin and cut your strings. Nighty-night, Bats.
Anyway, sorry about that, everyone. I've never failed this section before. That was embarrassing. Continuing my very long story, I feel like I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Let's pick this back up. Joker challenges Batman to giving him an hour to run, and then they're gonna chase him down and try to kill him. By the way, who could this be through the smoke? We don't know. We will find out, though. The villains are like, okay, let's go after him, we're bored. Throughout running through the asylum, there are always, throughout that comic, interspersements of Amadeus Arkham's story. You may recognize him as the person who left the tablets and scribes for us to scan and get the history of Arkham in this game. In the comic, we find out that Amadeus Arkham, I think, was abused by his father, purchased Arkham, tried to renovate it. His mother was sick. She had a mouthful of beetles, was mentally disturbed, begged him to slice her throat so that she died before the bats that were above her and her bed that night could get her. He did it. Kind of drove him nuts, but he was fine for a while. He married, investigated a man named Mad Dog, and then Mad Dog escaped, and he was like, not my problem, huh? And Mad Dog murdered his family. So Amadeus recaptured him, started trying to treat the patients, and ended up torturing Mad Dog and then murdering him under the guise of helping him, and began murdering patients everywhere throughout the asylum without anyone knowing. And Batman learns this and finds sympathy for his villains. in the comic earlier, he runs into Two-Face, for example, and they're torturing him by taking his coin away, which he uses to make decisions and giving him tarot cards. And he's soiling himself. He can't make decisions on whether to use the bathroom. He's almost dead, practically. And then Batman, in an act of empathy after Joker catches him, gives him back his coin and says, "You decide what happens to me." And Two-Face flips his coin, and it lands Scar's side up, which is bad. It means that he should have been like, alright, let's kill him. But Two-Face finds empathy for the Bat, and lies and says that it's a right side, so let him go. And they actually do let him go, and Joker's like, "Oh, well, remember, you're always welcome back here with us." And the last shot of the comic is Two-Face saying, "Who cares for you? You're just a pack of cards." And it's fantastic comic. I just wanted to explain where this story sort of comes from, so that's cool. Sorry that took so long. Let's continue our journey.
You took longer than I thought.
He's out of control. He's trying to prove something. I'm not sure I can stop him this time.
You'll do it. Batman, listen. We're not alone. He's got something else down there. I don't know what it is.
What a blabbermouth! Spoiling the surprise.
Be quiet.
Oh, am I getting to you? Am I? Good. You're going to love this next bit.
Who could it be? We're about to find out.
It wants Dr. Young's login.
Never mind that. Get behind me. Now. Bane.
Uh-oh. A criminal who injects a super drug called Venom to be stronger.
Who did this to you?
Dr. Young, the Bruja. She drained the venom from my blood. Must stop her.
Sorry, Has-Bane. The good doctor won't be a problem much longer. How do you like my puppet? What say we cut him down?
Uh-oh. He's getting his Venom back. That's not good. Oh, that soundtrack. Boss fight time, boys. Jonathan Crane was a unique boss fight. Bane is a boss fight as well. Alright, so how does this fight work? Basically, if you remember the Titan we fought at part 1, Bane's a reskin. He's just a Titan, but that's fine by me. Lots of people don't like this. I don't care. I like Bane. I do wish it were more unique, but whatever. Bane is actually very smart in the comics. I mean, he insinuated Nightfall, the comic event that let him find out who Bruce Wayne is so he could break his back. And then almost murder him. So he's very smart. In this series, he's treated like a hulking idiot. Again, I like Bane. It's fine by me. I wish it were more unique, but whatever. Each take is different and unique, and this one is a big brawler, and that's alright by me. So, let's get going. And there is a reason for that they explain in Arkham Origins, the prequel released 2 games later. I won't talk about it here, because if we ever play it, I don't want to spoil it. Let's get to beating down Bane. Let's cut his Venom off. We're in a boiler room, as you can see. We don't return to this room ever. This is a unique boss arena for Bane, so that's cool, but okay. I don't know how the building isn't collapsing with the pillars he's pulling apart. Actually, it is subtly, as you'll pay attention, which will have its effect in just a minute, but not yet. Let's hope this works out. Bane, come on, boy. if you play it right, you can toss the Blackgate thugs into Bane's running path. Oh, like that, which is cruel. Because imagine the pain. But okay. Yeah, I forgot. He can use his venom to regain his health. Oh, we're almost dead. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no! Come on, Bane. Trying to just kind of stay away from everyone. Dude, Bane, what are you doing? Come on, boy. Why am I referring to him as if he's a dog? I don't know. Let's cut his venom down. Oh, whoops. I swear I'm good at this game.
The bat is broken.
There is a reference to said Nightfall comic where he breaks Batman's back. I have never seen that unique death screen. I've tried, but it's never worked. First time I've ever seen it. Well, I'll cut to you guys when I do this again. Not as far as I was, but we're doing better. We got more health as of right now, so that's good. We're doing better than we were, at least. Oh, see, like that. Domino effect. Just getting Bane to run into all of them. That was cool. Let's just keep tossing our batarangs at the thugs for some reason. Oh boy, they're dead. They're not really, but they should be. Interesting detail I wanted to bring up. This arena is unique for more than just being an old furnace room to fight Bane in. If you really think about it, look at how old this place is and the fact that there's a railroad track for mining carts and stuff. And look at the fact that every time Bane pulls off a pillar, more of it starts to collapse. This is again another great example of the old fighting the new. Because if you think about this, this means this architecture, this old architecture that is falling apart and ruining everything is what's holding up the Asylum underground. And that is not good. Think about that. Oh boy, I forgot to dodge that. Let's cut his second Venom line off and get to the third one. But just more great examples of that. The Asylum is falling apart and shouldn't be standing. The old is fighting the new so hard that everything is in ruin and disrepair. It's a miracle that Arkham Asylum is even still a building that stands at this point. Like, the patients should be terrified of what's gonna happen. And maybe they are. We don't really know. All we really know for sure is that Arkham Asylum is full of corruption and patients are abused frequently. Which is a real problem here. Systematic abuse. And it's all funded unknowingly by Bruce, who's trying to genuinely help fund a cure for the mentally disturbed. But they're using his funding for inappropriate research, which is lobotomizing patients, for example. Boy, my tensity is high right now, trying not to get hit. Look at them, they're on our tail. Sorry if I'm not talking, just trying to focus on beating this boss. Bane, stop regenerating your health. Then do it! You coward! Coward! Come get me. Oh, he's gonna throw it. Reference that Nightfall has potentially happened, where it's the story where Bane broke Batman's back. Nightfall has happened in this universe. It's also Nightfall is referenced with something Batman says to Bane in the cutscene after beating him, so I'll point it out when it's done. Oh dear. Oh god. We're trying. We're almost there. Oh no 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 no. Oh dear. We gotta get away and do it again. Let's do it, finally. My gosh, I'm sorry this episode is a drag, guys. Please forgive me, I'm trying to make quality content and it's not working out, I feel like. Let's do it. Let's cut his venom. And here we go. Third line down. Again, the old fighting the new. Calling the Batmobile for reassurance.
I'm fine, Jay. Where's Quinn?
Gone. Must have gotten loose while Bane was throwing you around.
We need to get you off the island.
I'm not a rookie. I can handle myself.
I will break you, Batman. Then the Bruja.
No, Bane. This time I break you.
That's the Nightfall reference. Don't worry, Bane's not drowned. We don't see him again in this game, but he's not drowned. He's fine. We did not just commit a murder.
Back to the mainland. It's too dangerous here.
I don't like leaving you here.
Radio claims he's planted bombs all over Gotham. Gotham will panic. You're needed there.
I'm ready to go now, sir.
Bane called Dr. Young Bruja. What does it mean?
It's Spanish for witch.
Why is Bane so against Bruja? For your reference, Bane was Patient X for the Titan Research Program.
Oracle, go through the city's computers. Pull up all you can find on Dr. Young. I'll go through anything you find once I get to the cave.
A Batcave on Arkham Island?
I built it years ago. It's best to plan ahead for situations like this.
How'd you manage to keep this a secret?
It's me, remember?
So do you think Dr. Young's been experimenting with venom? The same chemical that turns Bane into that animal?
Yes, I'm worried. Bane seemed even more powerful than usual. Joker wants the venom, and that can only be trouble. I'm heading to Dead Man's Point in Arkham North. I'll contact you once I'm in the Batcave.
The music kicking up is so cool. I'm sorry, we gotta pause it to listen to a tape.
Is this another one of those boring psych evaluation tests?
No, it's not. So, you're the famous Joker.
In the flesh. Sure, Doc. You want me to look at the ink cards again? The first one was a kitten I had when I was a child. The second is a dead elephant. The third is a...
Oh, now let's skip the jokes.
Skip the jokes? Hey, Sean, didn't she get my permanent record? Be quiet, clown.
Every doctor that has ever interviewed you claims a different type of psychosis. Everything from multiple personality disorders to, well, the list is endless.
I do my best.
Oh, well, I don't believe it. Anyone can be cured given the correct treatment.
And you think you can cure me?
Oh, I know I can.
No, you really can't. I love that they put in a because I'm Batman joke with the "it's me," remember? Yes, there is a Batcave. on Arkham Asylum Island. So let's get more Riddler stuff. Let's check our challenges for this area. We cannot get we cannot get 2 of them. We might be able to get a 3rd one with our detective vision. Anyway, yes, Bane was Patient X of the Titan Research Program. What exactly is Titan? Well, we're not quite sure. We do know we fought an abnormally sized and abnormally strengthened Blackgate thug. And Bane, as Batman just said, has seemed more powerful than ever before in this most recent fight. So we can only assume it's something to do with a mix of Venom and something else, potentially, but we shall see. Let's toss this guy into him. We do not have the most iconic combo ever in this Arkham series, which is just pressing 2 buttons for a special takedown. I really need to buy that. I keep trying to focus on things that'll help us find Riddler things later, but we really need that as well. Is there any Riddler thing around here? Nope. There's not. And we can't really get any more right now, so I remember where our Riddler, where our Batcave is, and we gotta get to it first. Pay attention to this. They're building something. Why? Who knows? Anyway, let's get going. Let's go down here, and I believe we will have to interact with these guys. Not very kind to one another, are they? That counter just looked like a random broken flip, sort of. Is it this way? Okay, we have to go through some areas. There are some Riddler things, as I said, that we can't get to like that yet. What do we use to get to that? Well, you guys will see in just a little bit. It's locked. Well, let me cut this part out. Hey, found a Riddler trophy, my bad. What'd they have? Eddie is so arrogant. It's so fun to beat him at his own game and hear him get progressively more and more angry because he's a toddler.
It's been a favorite suicide location on Arkham Island for over 100 years.
Yeah, I know. I once saved an unfortunate inmate from leaping off into the rocks below. I found a cave entrance, and over the years have moved a number of supplies here. It's a regular home away from home.
Batman, as he always is, being prepared for the worst. That's a good shot of an area we will get to later. First, let's tackle another Riddler thing out here. Another obscure pair of villains. Tweedledum and Tweedledee saw it. Can you see it? So Seesaw with Tweedledum and Tweedledee's hats. They are villains that are based off the whole Tweedledum, Tweedledee thing. Again, be looking for that special episode where I read the character bios as a bonus at the end. There might be end up having to be a bonus episode where we go through and clear Riddler trophies that may be left. I don't know if there will be any left. I suspect that there will be. Anyway, let's continue on. I don't even need to check the map again to remember where this is, because it's just an iconic game. The knife guys. Oh man, I tried to do the combo throw and it didn't work. Let's ground take down this guy. Get that guy. The soundtrack is just a bop to listen to, honestly. I know I keep saying that and I'm sorry, but like it's so cool. Just trying to check for a Riddler trophy. Here is our entrance to the Batcave. Let's pick something up from our upgrades. That'll make combat easier for us. It's the combat takedown, the most iconic move in this franchise, in my opinion. I am grappling up here to find, I believe, a trophy that is situated up here somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess I'm wrong. Sorry guys, wasting your time. Just trying to make digestible content, and I keep feeling throughout this and our last Batman Arkham Asylum episode as though I'm doing horrible at that, and for that I'm sorry. I hope I'm not. Another Amadeus tablet. Let us scan it, shall we?
My family's blood ran through the heart of Gotham. We were doctors, politicians, and teachers. We have been the organ cleaning the arterial filth from the city. We have been its servants, giving all to protect it. And still it has chosen to hurt us.
Amadeus, the founder of Arkham, is a bit full of himself, as you could hear there. Again, the old fighting the new. Look at how old these mechanical doors are. Anyway, let's keep going and find our Batcave and one of the most beautiful cinematics coming up. Look at all these skulls, though. Huh. Let's dodge away from that so we can explode it and pick up our new green ding dong. Let's go. It's so old we cannot even grapple. And here is a fantastic shot.
Identity confirmed. Disabling countermeasures. Security deactivated.
Dude, that was so cool. And now, as the music goes silent, we slowly walk in to reveal the Batcave that we have made for ourselves here. We get a cool waterfall and everything. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. We get hints of stuff like the Batwing here. Lots of storage containers that Bruce has put on the island. Let's do some research, shall we?
Dr. Young was heading up a project. It was big, lots of external funding. Here are the last notes she filed. I can't make sense of it. What does it mean?
Looks like she was experimenting on the Arkham patients. This new chemical only barely resembles the original Venom compound. There are a number of changes that appear to amplify the strength of the drug. Multiple references to a Titan formula. Even a small amount could trigger a Venom-like transformation in the host, eliminating the need for the storage tank Bane requires. Hang on. These notes aren't complete. The formula is missing. That must be the secret Dr. Young is hiding. If Joker gets his hands on this, he will create an army of 1,000 Banes.
My God. Is Joker crazy enough to do that? What am I saying? You've got to stop him.
Alright, and now we've got the first part to our Batclaw grapnel upgrade. As I said, it's the first part, so we will have to come back.
She was heading to the mansion with Cash. I'm going up top via the catacombs.
So, it's not here yet. We can't do this yet. You might be wondering, why am I doing that? You'll find out later. Let's get going, guys. We can, however, do this, which is always fun to me to be able to pull stuff down in this series. Dude, the Batcave is so cool in this game. Let's keep going. Listen to that triumphant Batman music. We can, however, now pull down vents in the walls. So that's a help, because that'll unlock some Riddler stuff for us to do, so cool.
Sorry, took a little longer to find them than you figured it would.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try and be more precise next time I'm planning an island takeover.
Hey, I didn't mean...
Well, criticism I can take. I mean, I'm not perfect. Well, come to think of it, I'm pretty close to perfect, aren't I? Where was I? Oh, yes. Criticism from a worm like you. A worm only crawling around free because I arranged to open his cell is something I will not tolerate.
I'm sorry, boss. I didn't mean it like that. Please.
Oh, well, see now you're apologetic. I'll just have someone drive round to your house and break your wife's leg, okay?
But Joker...
You got a problem with my generous nature?
No, I guess not. Thanks.
Oh, don't mention it. Let's just consider the matter closed. Did I ever tell you the one about the guy who came home to find his wife a paraplegic?
Dude, Joker is so cruel.
You there? Calling all cars! Calling all cars! Wonder who got you? Croc on the back. Croc, old boy, are you there? No?
Killer Croc reference. We will be encountering him at some point.
Why are we the ones?
Now we've got a new gadget, and it's so cool. It's the Batclaw. It's one of the other better gadgets in this series. Because we can do things like that, which gets more advanced as the series goes on. Here's our first takedown. It's very, very odd that I made the choice to not buy that until most recently, by the way. Dude, the combat is so cool. I know I keep saying that, but just, this was revolutionary, and it still, frankly, is. This is fantastic. Let's keep going, though. Let's test out our Batclaw. Get our next Riddler trophy. Can we just do this? Well, that missed. Can we back up and do it, maybe? No? Okay, let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Let's just boop up here, and that's it.
Sorry, it wasn't much of a challenge.
You're kidding me, right? That thing's not a man. My God!
Hello. My name is Dr. Gretchen Whistler. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I hear you, bitch. So when's dinner? I'm getting hungry.
Wow. Croc is a bit dangerous to deal with. Let's see if we can go through this way. Well, it's locked, so no, we couldn't. Oh, hi!
We'll find you. Rip your flesh like paper.
Well, that's not exactly the good evening I was expecting. Croc, I've had to deal so far with Bane, Scarecrow, Harley Quinn.
Digging deeper into Dr. Young. According to her bank records,
There have been multiple payments starting last April until 2 months ago. Then nothing. The payments came from a company owned by Mr. Jack White.
One of Joker's oldest aliases. So, Joker pays Dr. Young to create his army, and then all of a sudden he stops. Doesn't make any sense.
It will. Let's destroy more teeth. More Joker teeth that he's left for us. Let's get going. A puzzle has many sides, but only some are visible. Another Riddler question mark that's invisible. There's a trophy even. Look at the architecture. It's beautiful. Let's keep going.
Hey, this is weird. The payments to Dr. Young's account didn't stop exactly. They were declined. Dr. Young put a block on her account.
Sounds like she had a change of heart. She tried to block the payments. Joker doesn't like it when his partners try to back out.
So he decided to get himself back to Arkham, find his formula, and create the army himself.
Exactly.
Now we know his plan to create.
Two mails stand out. The first is a resignation letter dated last week. Sounds like she was trying to get away.
And the second?
A message from Joker. Well, Jack White. It's a long thread. She's begging him to stop the experiment. Says it's too dangerous. He's not listening. Let's see. Random threats to her family, a couple of bad jokes. A picture of a dead baby in the threat.
Go on.
He says, I'm coming for you. I want what I paid for. And then another joke about wheelchairs. Lovely. And a drawing of some kind of donkey.
No mystery why she's so scared. I'm coming up to the surface. I'll find her.
The wheelchair joke especially offends Barbara because she used to be Batgirl until Joker, unknowingly, he didn't know this, but showed up at her house and shot her and crippled her, paralyzed her, and
That trophy was a test. Well done. You passed the elementary grade.
until Joker paralyzed her, and now she's Oracle and stuck in a wheelchair, and it really bothers her. So there we go. I know for a fact that we can't do it, but here's a if you try and do something.
This area is falling apart. It's not safe to use the grapple. We need to climb up the old-fashioned way.
Whoa, that wasn't supposed to happen. Thought you guys might enjoy that dialogue. It's unique. You only get it if you try that. So, let's get going. Let's get going after Joker and stop him from getting the Titan formula. Let's see if we can find it first. What do you guys think? I think that if we are fast enough, we can. We cannot get that Riddler trophy down there right now. More Joker teeth. There are so many here. It's a lot. We can't get that one either. We will return here again later as well. This is a game that some people cite as a Metroidvania, which is a combination of Castlevania and Metroid, which are two series known for having to go places and then not be able to access them and return later with different items. So that's why we keep having you come back.
Eighth patient, session 2. Patient name, Waylon Jones, a.k.a. Killer Croc.
So, is this the part where you try and reason with me? Find out why I did it, Doc.
We're here to help you, Mr. Jones.
You got a cure for me then, Doc? Can you make me normal?
Normal is a poor choice of words. No one's really normal, are they?
Figured as much. So, how about this, Doc? You let me go now, and I won't eat you.
You don't really eat people. It's just an urban myth.
Oh, you think? Keep believing that, Doc.
Spoiler alert, Croc does eat people. If you'll remember, we heard a guard conversation where the guards talked about why Cash is missing a hand and has a hook on his missing hand, and that is because Croc ate his hand when they were trying to get him down into the sewers. Dude, the slow-mo explosive gel scenes are pretty neat, actually. Funny story. When I was a kid and I was playing through this for the very first time, I found this door in a minute, because you'll see where it leads out to, and I found it before I got here, so I kept jumping and hitting the wall and falling and escaping, and I did that for like 30 minutes before I just gave up. And then I found out much later I had to come back here. So that's kind of funny. Return to the surface via sewer system, and it led out to here.
Don't worry about that. I put a few surprises along the way. Besides, this turn up to spoil the party. Oh, and if you're shot in the dark, don't worry. There's very little chance of you getting hurt. That I want you to help.
Snipers. Looks like the Blackgate thugs have access to the armory.
Yeah, there are snipers now. That's the surprise Joker was referring to. Amadeus!
As Gotham's veins slowly filled with pain and suffering, the effects were felt everywhere. My father fell first, infected by some foul disease. My mother lived on, but only in a dream. I returned to the family home to care for her, where she remained in her bed for as long as her body continued to breathe. Her tears kept me awake at night. As Gotham's veins slowly filled with pain and suffering, the effects were felt everywhere. My father fell first, infected by some foul disease. My mother lived on, but only in a dream. I returned to the family home to care for her, where she remained in her bed for as long as her body continued to breathe. Her tears kept me awake at night.
That was our third of our Arkham messages that we will be getting. Anyway, let's continue on. We're almost out of time on this episode. Oh, the snipers saw us. My bad. Let's continue. We are almost out of time on this episode, but we're gonna finish off some quick stuff. There is a Riddler trophy somewhere here. There's also a patient tape I saw. Let's listen to that and get to where we need to go, and then we'll end the episode.
Take patient interview 17. Joker remains uncooperative. My earlier diagnosis remains true. I believe he enjoys his persona too much.
What's up, Doc?
Today I thought we'd try something different.
Oh, you make me blush, Doc. I have a girlfriend.
Dr. Quinn's out. I know. Seen the tapes. I saw what happened.
What can I say? I'm a charmer.
Anyway, I thought it would be good to talk about your child.
Oh, ever heard of romance, Doc? I don't give up the goods for free. You'll have to try harder.
What are you hiding?
Didn't you hear me? You scratch my back, Doc, and, well, I won't have you wrapped in plastic and armed in a gutter.
Uh-oh. Threatening. Let's take down this sniper silently and get across to over here, hopefully before we get seen. Let's try this and see if it works out. we have to also get a quick Riddler trophy if we can. Oh. God. That was not good. We have to get a quick Riddler trophy if we can with enough time. Because, like, we really gotta end it off in a minute. I feel so self-conscious about how this episode is turning out, guys. Like, I'm sorry, I know it's showing.
A map will always help those who are stuck.
I know it's showing, and I'm trying for it not to. That's where we need to go, so we're almost done. Joker teeth. Let's just go back and fight these guys very quickly because we do need the XP. Let's take these guys down. Another takedown. Anyway, let's get going. We have like a minute and a half left. This is where we're gonna end off the episode. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe. Comment if you want. It helps the channel out. I will see you all in the next video. Remember, everybody, love one another. Please always be kind to everyone. Always take the chance to help someone out. If you need to talk, you can come to me in my comments or my Instagram. Love you all, and have safe days.